My cousin is getting to the age where he needs to think career in college, right?
Right. Oh, don't talk to you.
And
Alexander once got on the phone with my cousin and just proceeded to try and talk him out of going to university. And I was like, Alexander, shut up. He's going.
I stand behind that.
He's going.
He asked me.
He needs his degree.
He asked me, he's like, what do you think about college? I said, I think it's a giant scam and you shouldn't go.
And I was like, all right, hanging up the phone now.
The only debt that you can't file bankruptcy for is student loan debt.
He doesn't have to pay student loan debt. His parents.
Of course, he's gonna have to.
Him.
Well, okay, then
he's very lucky.
So then you should do it.
Yeah, his parents can afford to send him. He's very lucky.
Then you should do it.
Yeah.
But you should get a degree that matters.
Agreed. And I think for him, he's getting a degree that does matter. And
what is he going for? You think?
He's a percussionist, so he's getting a degree in music. So and it's also a good experience. Hey, look, if his family can afford to send him to college,
does that matter?
And have a good experience, I'm all for it. Get high education.
Listen, I'm for whatever makes people happy.
Look, you just got
to know the risks and not be lied to like we were.
What did I phone you about yesterday? I just phoned you yesterday. Let's see, this is a good question. Mm-hmm. What did I phone you about yesterday?
What did you phone me about yesterday? I don't know.
I had an audition.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to go into details for respect of the craft, but I don't want to burn bridges. I had someone make a very derogatory comment to me about the fact I didn't have a degree.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It still happens. There's a degree is still looked upon as something you need to have to advance.
Yeah, see, I think their opinion of me matters less than the hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that I can't escape for my entire life. So,
that's understandable. I'm just saying, I have had people say things to me because...
So just lie.
Because I choose not to go to college.
Just lie on your resume.
No.
Yeah, really? I never graduated. Did you know that?
Really?
No one's asked.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? No one...
Yeah.
I did every single credit requirement, but like some stupid protest, I never filed for my diploma. It was stupid. It was really
America's
dumb,
weird that way. Like the
But really, it doesn't matter. It's how serious they treat you in the room, right? That's what matters most.
I know. I don't regret not going to college
for what we do.
For what we do.
Right. Like you can't go into an engineering firm.
Don't become like a doctor and be like, I don't need a degree. Don't do what's his name again?
From
Frank
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah. Frank, what is
He's like, do you concur?
Yeah, I concur.
You concur. And he's like about to throw up from the blood. I concur. Yes, you concur. But really, I mean, that highlights what we're talking about, right?
Well, yeah. Well, he's also incredible. Frank, whatever his name is.
Frank Abagnale.
Was incredibly smart. Has an IQ of God knows what. But no, I didn't go to college. Maybe I shouldn't say this on the internet. I didn't go to college. But for my career and what I've chosen, it's never been an issue. But I have still had people say things to me like, well, you don't have a degree. I'm like, why would me having a degree in theology, which is what my degree would have been in, make any difference to the work I'm in right now? Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have.
Yeah, but that's
maybe we could discuss,
But don't go to
Plato,
school.
But I wouldn't benefit me right now.
I don't think you need to go to a school for the arts personally. Honestly, like looking back,
I think some people it's a really good experience for them.
Yeah, if you go to Juilliard or something like that, of course it's different. But what I'm talking about is, okay, let me preface this. Some of the best moments of my life were in college.
Right. I didn't have that experience.
They do not matter 12 years from now.
Well, no, I do think about that sometimes.
Really?
I never had that college experience. I came to New York at a very young age, and I never had I've never had a point in my life where and this is a luxury for some people in college, but where I could just focus on myself as like a young 20-year-old and not have a job and just have fun. And now, granted, most people in college don't get that. They have to work.
That's what I'm saying. You're not even promised that.
But a lot of people have that.
Even if you go.
But that environment of being around only people your age, like a college campus, and being able to live in this, for a tiny point of your life, live in this world that is totally catered to your age group. There's something kind of special about that. You'll never have that again.
Yeah.
And and people grow a lot and you socialize and change. And I missed all of
that.
that.
Socializing is actually an important thing,
yeah,
right? Like if you were in high school and you didn't know how to approach people, college can be useful. But let me tell you what, clubs do the same thing.
Like social clubs or nightclubs?
Not nightclubs.
Okay, I was like,
they don't count. But what I'm saying is I would trade the money that I spent on college for a down payment on a home. Because if you do the math on how much we've spent renting, it's egregious.
Yeah.
Right? And it's bad financial choice. If you put the money on a down payment on a home and your property appreciates, you make money. You make back what you spent and you earn more.
There are still careers that require.
Doesn't make sense.
There are still careers that require a college.
Yeah, like lawyer, doctor,
Not even
engineer,
that.
for
There's
sure.
other
for sure.
careers now. There's social media careers that require a degree.
Oh God, that's
No,
what?
they do though. This is
Get
what I
outta
mean. There's
here.
stylist careers that require a degree. There's all these different, like you would be amazed when you search for a job, how many careers require, I can't even speak today, require a degree.
I would push back on
Doesn't matter
that.
what the degree is in.
I would push back on that. I would argue that all of those categories I don't agree with.
And because of that, they get paid less than their co-workers because they don't have a degree.
It's just a matter of leverage. And I don't know if it's that. Right? Like correlation isn't always causation necessarily.
Anyway.
But, it's a matter of leverage of you as a person, right? There's a lot of ways to accumulate power and success over time. And so we're told this idea that the 4 years that you dedicate to college is setting you up for 20
4 years in America,
years.
3 years in the UK.
Okay, right. So 3 to 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Is setting you
Or
up for
5
life.
years
And
if you
it's
struggle.
not true. It's not true.
That's true.
Right.
I think that's also another lie. People get told, oh, well, in this environment, they're like, you do well in high school, you go to college, you get your degree, and then you're set for life. And then so many people will then graduate college
Doesn't work
and they're
like
like, shit.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
But I do think there is value in getting a higher education.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Where do you put your money towards most, right? Probably rent, right? Have you ever done that calculation?
Yes.
Okay. So
Rent and probably like not second to rent would be like acting classes and studying.
right. Okay. So let's just say
Which
rent.
is in a way
But
higher
basic
education.
needs. Let's say basic needs, right?
Right.
Which is clothing, shelter, food and water,
Right.
right? Those are the most basic needs. You can do without healthcare, but
Can you?
not for a long period of time, right? So, okay.
Yeah.
So shelter, clothing, food and water, right? All right. Now, the money we spend in college, if we were to put to securing one of those for our entire lives, do you think that is a better investment?
Well, it depends. I think it completely depends on the person. I also see value in getting an education. I think being educated is very important.
But you can do that for free. You don't need to go to college. Just learn.
But
Dedicate
it's
yourself.
different for different people, Alexander. You're thinking of this from how you function.
No, it's not. I'm not the only one who thinks this.
I'm not saying that you're the only one who thinks this. I'm saying
Yeah.
how you function in society, how you learn, right, is very different from how other people learn.
Well, maybe, but if we're having like a real conversation, I went to college. Like, let's be clear.
This
I
is
went.
funny. You went to college and I
Right.
didn't, and I'm defending college.
Right.
And
And I'm
you're
like,
not.
don't go. Yeah, because it's a scam.
I don't
it's
think
a
it's-
scam.
I think the price it is right now is a scam.
It
but I
hurts your
think
credit if you
having
can't
a
pay
good
it,
education is
especially if you're an
valuable.
artist.
Stay in college, kids.
Yeah, I would have preferred a down payment on a 1-bedroom in New York City. And guess what? Instead of paying $1,200 a month, I'd be paying what, $600 a month? That over 8 to 10 years is how much?
Well, you
Great.
wouldn't be paying that
So now
right
I have
now.
more
Have you
money
seen
for
how
acting
much,
classes.
Like
Are the
colleges right now?
Are the
I
act?
mean, houses are right now in
What?
New York. Said you wouldn't be paying more than that. Have you seen how much houses is right now? Houses are in New York.
If you were to have a $180,000 down payment on a home, you could probably get something substantial.
Really?
Yeah.
A 1-bedroom, tiny apartment?
Yeah,
or
because of the
something?
FHA loan, you only need like 1 to 4% down for your first time house. That's a national law. So for your first time, you don't have to cover the higher percentage amount for your down payment. You have a bigger mortgage, but you're able to opt in for housing loans in order to do that.
And where did you learn that?
Real estate.
Yeah. Oh, he's like asking, is it in college?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually learn that in college.
What was your degree in?
Theater
Oh,
and
you
film.
did a theater. You did
Yeah,
a theater
I had a
and film
scholarship
degree.
for performance. Yeah.
Oh, you clever
Yeah.
cookie.
No, it was an amazing opportunity. What I'm saying is we're financially enslaved.
That's just like
Not to sound-
that's just like
we are.
your
I am.
opinion, man.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. Debt is how you control people in society. And the less debt you have, the better. That's true. You need good debt, not bad debt. You need good debt.
I can agree with that.
But debt is how you're controlled. And if you ask how much we spend on housing in New York, it's insanity.
yeah, well,
we
that's
are
just a
throwing
whole, that's just a
away
whole
money,
separate.
right?